Hello and welcome to another episode of the Magic Kings podcast with the great big beautiful dads. Mike, we're still recapping.
I love it. The recap strikes back. Anaheim strikes back. Episode. What episode are we on? I don't even know.
14.
I love it. This is incredible. It's a true Star Wars fashion. This might be a 9-parter.
That's right. Oh man, another trilogy coming. Get George Lucas on the phone.
I love it.
So should we just dive right back into what we were doing?
Yeah, let's jump right back in.
So we left off. I was leaving the park. We saw the guy with the 3 parrots on the electric scooter, and we're heading back to the hotel. The next day, we wake up and we're heading to San Diego. So this was our little jaunt down the coast a little bit, just for one night. We all kind of wanted to doing the longer flight out to California. Wanted to do a little more if we could. And so we figured San Diego would be a nice little break for us.
Yeah, I love the way you broke this up. And San Diego is a great spot to do that, right? There's lots to see. And then I'm hoping we're going to be talking San Diego Zoo.
Oh, we sure are. We sure are.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It was so nice. I mean, it was a nice drive down. You see the mountains, you see the coast and the ocean, and it was cool. We rented a car. We did a Turo. You ever done this?
I haven't, but I've heard good and bad things.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think I've kind of alluded to this on the podcast. I hate renting cars. I always think it's such a giant hassle.
Yeah. And
I just never have a great experience. I always feel skittish about it. So I don't know. I just don't like it. That's why I like Disney so much. You don't need a car. But we did the Turo. It ended up just being kind of the best and cheapest option. And the Turo is like you basically borrow someone's car. Yeah. It worked out great, actually. They dropped it off to us, and then they picked it up when we came back
nice.
to the Disneyland Hotel. So shout out to whoever they were. They were great people to work with. So we did the Turo. We drove down. So our plan was we had one night. We were like, we're not going to do much in San Diego. We're not going to try to really even see much of the city at all, because we stayed at this resort called the San Diego Mission Bay Resort. So it's in this Mission Bay beach area of San Diego. And I knew, like, we're going to get to this resort. It's going to have a nice pool. It's going to be on the beach. Fran's not going to want to get there. And then we say, all right, let's hit the old town San Diego, right? Like, that's not going to fly. Our plan was intentionally, like, we're going to be coming back to San Diego someday. We're not going to be seeing the whole city. So we're doing the resort that day, the day we get there, give ourselves time, and then do the San Diego Zoo the next day and leave from there.
Yep.
So that was really all we did. So we got to the resort. We had a suite that was on ground level and had like its own fire pit.
Oh,
and it was
cool.
like the view of the ocean. We got to walk right up to the beach and, go in the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, which I'd never been in. So that was cool.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun. We roasted marshmallows and we had a lot of fun that day, just swimming and chilling at the resort. So it was a pretty nice resort, San Diego Mission Bay Resort. Shout out to them. So the next day we hit San Diego Zoo, and it's part of this larger like Balboa Park. We didn't do any of that. I was kind of interested in doing that. It has all these cool little things to see. We didn't do any of it. We just did the zoo, but we like zoos. Like, we go to the zoo a couple times a year probably around here. Like, we've been to Franklin Park Zoo in Boston already this year.
Yeah.
It's just something to do. And you've been to San Diego Zoo, right, Mike?
I have, yes.
What are your thoughts about it?
I think it's great. I mean, it's been a long time since I went there, but it's I think the biggest one around that I've been to, at least.
It's got to be, yeah.
And there's a lot to do and see. And I don't know so you probably didn't do this, Steve, but there's also like a San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
Yes.
It's like a second campus of the San Diego Zoo, and that is really cool as well.
Yeah, I want to do that next time because that's up in like Escondido or something, a little 40 minutes away or something. Away. Yeah. No, that seems awesome. It seems like a whole different experience.
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to do that next time that we're out there.
It's very Animal Kingdom Kilimanjaro safari vibe.
Yeah.
But like more of no rides, obviously, right? Like it's just like safari. There's like a safari ride similar to Kilimanjaro safari. There's all the different safari animals, African animals, and things like that. It's really cool.
Man. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, we kept seeing stuff about it. And we had thought, oh, should we do 2-3 nights in San Diego? But we decided, we don't want to, I don't know. We decided on one night just it kind of made sense with what we were doing. So, yeah, no, but next time we're going to do that safari park. But we did the zoo. We got there in the morning, and it closed at 5. And so we figured, we'll spend the day here as long as we want, and then we'll go up to, back up to Anaheim after. And I would say for those who are interested in San Diego Zoo, I mean, I would say it's definitely the best zoo that I've ever been to. In terms of the variety of animals and exhibits, the size of it, the educational aspects of it. They have the Skyfari, which is like a Skyliner over the zoo. Yeah. I was missing that Skyliner. That was like my favorite part. It's not quite as, not quite as secure feeling as a Skyliner. But
a little more loosey-goosey with the,
You definitely end up in the elephant pen if you're not careful. No, I'm kidding. But that was really cool, actually, to be able to see the zoo from up high.
Yeah.
And they have a free bus tour that goes around, and the driver was really great. He was so knowledgeable about the zoo and everything. So that was cool. What I would say is, this is my take on the San Diego Zoo. You know how Disney, even if you're not a big fan of amusement parks, Disney is not only the best one, but it's almost transcends that, the category of amusement parks. It's something that much better. I would say San Diego Zoo is a zoo. It doesn't, it's, if you like zoos, you will like the San Diego Zoo. In fact, you'll love it. It's great, but it's not, if you don't like zoos, I would say you might like it a little more because it is cooler, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I loved it. Like I said, we enjoyed the zoo. So we had a great day. A lot of steps there too. We walked around, we kind of saw everything and did the tour to the Skyfari, and we had a great time. So shout out to the San Diego Zoo.
What a great little detour from your Disney days. I love how you split up the trip like that. It makes it interesting. Gives you a little bit of a brain break, right?
Right.
It's a little more relaxed. And like you said, it's just a zoo, right? So there's no lightning lanes. There's no restaurant reservations. No rope drop. You're just there to see animals, and it makes it a little less pressure.
Well, it's funny. It's funny too you say no lightning lanes because that is true. The pandas are back at San Diego Zoo. I had heard they were gone, and I kind of forgot that they came back. And so we saw the pandas, and you actually have to wait in a line to get into the panda exhibit. And my tip for this, people say, oh, go right when, just like Disney, go right when the park opens or it closes. You know what I mean? There's all the same tips, which we just went when we were going by it. And we probably waited 10 minutes in a line. My tip there, though, is that if you are there middle of the day and you don't see a line, don't go in. You know why?
They're not in there.
They're not out.
They're asleep, yeah.
There's 2 pandas. And they're each in their own. I mean, I don't know how they really manage them, but there's kind of 2 enclosures, and you're kind of supposed to see 1 panda in each. Yeah. And we saw the first one, then we didn't see the second one. Okay. And we went by, which was fine, whatever. It was cool, very cool to see a panda actually. But when we went by later, we saw there was no line, and we heard people being like, yeah, neither of them are out. So you can wait in line and not see either. So anyway, that's my little tip. So it's okay if you see a line there. It's a little move fast, and you'll actually hopefully see a panda. So I loved it down there too. I mean, it was cooler. It was it got up to maybe the mid 70s. Super comfortable. It was nice.
Yeah, San Diego is a cool city. It's right on the coast. And I know you said you didn't really explore it, but it does have a really cool old downtown area.
Yeah.
There's the naval base there and everything on the water. You can see the ships and the planes and everything taking off. That's really cool. And then Coronado, that island that has the naval base, is really cool to drive out there and check it out.
Oh man.
Yeah, San Diego is awesome.
I'm gonna have to go.
If only we knew a travel agent who could.
That's right. Oh my god.
Wait a second.
What? I have a friend who actually, maybe a couple of years ago, just did a San Diego trip with her family. and she likes Disney and everything. She's like, but we didn't even go to Disneyland. I was like, what? It's only like an hour and a half away. Don't want to do one day at Disneyland. But they said it was like the best trip they ever took, and they went through a lot of the things you said. I forgot about Coronado Island with the naval base. That sounds really cool. So yeah, I would definitely like spend a week out there and just hang out and see all the sights and everything. That sounds really cool. So yeah, I do kind of wish we'd had. If I could plan the trip again, I probably would plan 2 nights in San Diego, just have one day, full day to kind of do everything else, the Balboa Park and maybe the naval base and Old Town, whatever, and then do the zoo. But that was, we liked it. We definitely want to go back out there soon. So shout out to San Diego, So we get to the end of our San Diego Zoo day, and we're driving up to none other than the Disneyland Hotel. Okay.
Yeah, because you were off. We have not been. Technically, you haven't been in the bubble yet, right?
Right.
Even though, we'll call it like a. What do we call it? It's not really a bubble, but it's more of a.
I don't know what.
A mist, a cloud, the Disney cloud.
Yeah, you could go in and out like a cloud. That's a good one.
Yeah, Disneyland cloud. We're gonna call it that.
But yeah, and we're in that bubble, and like we talk about this all the time at Disney World. As soon as you get into that bubble, you feel it, right? You pull up to your hotel, whatever hotel it is at Disney World on property, you're in the bubble. And I would say it was a similar feeling to that going into the Disneyland Hotel. Now, you've never stayed on property, right? You've never stayed at one of the hotels.
Yeah. No, I have not. Yeah.
It's definitely a similar feeling. And I was in such a good mood. I was in a good mood the whole trip. I'm not saying I was crabby or anything, but the childlike joy of like that Disney World, like, where that I get at Disney World, it was happening when I got to that Disneyland Hotel.
Like when you get under the archway on the highway.
Exactly. Exactly. You pull, and it's like you get up to the front desk and you talk to the person at the front desk. They check you in. They say, welcome home, right? They give you all the info you need and all the stuff. And it was very recognizable. It's like, oh, I'm in Disney, right?
Yep.
And you felt it. And I wasn't sure, like before the trip, I actually kind of thought Sabine especially would actually appreciate being off property because I just think she would kind of enjoy having those real world things nearer to her.
Right.
When we got into the bubble, she was like, "Oh, this is a different thing."
Yeah.
she got it too, and she was like, "I don't know if I could stay off site again." And I felt the same. I was like, "It is such a different thing." Now, obviously, it's more expensive. We were able to get a deal, and there were lots of deals this summer, and there's deals now. If you want to get in touch and get Disneyland deals, just email me. See if it's just at Magic Travel, but made it a lot more affordable for us to stay there, and it was well worth it. And I think I would look for those kind of deals to make it more affordable. All 3 of the hotels on property are deluxe hotels. And they're at 3 different price points, but none of them are low, right? You're paying the 400s, 500s at least a night, to stay at those hotels at normal time. So
give me and the listeners the lay of the land, Steve, because I know you mentioned the Grand Californian has a separate entrance to DCA, like a private entrance. Is that the same for the other resorts, or is that not the case?
So there's 3 hotels. There's Disneyland Hotel, Grand Californian, and Pixar Place, okay? All very close to each other. Disneyland Hotel, there's not a dedicated entrance for Disneyland Hotel, but you have the monorail.
Oh.
And the monorail drops you off in Tomorrowland in Disneyland Park.
Oh, nice.
So Pixar Place used to have its own entrance into DCA. And because of construction and things that are going on, that actually closed earlier this year. And as far as I know, it's not coming back, unfortunately. However, if you're staying there, you can see all the different hotels. You can see how close they are. You can walk to each of them. We actually didn't walk over to Pixar Place, but we could have easily.
Yeah.
Pixar Place, you can walk through the Grand Californian and use that entrance. Pixar Place is also the least expensive, so it'll have the fewest, amenities and stuff like that. But that it did used to have its own entrance. So yeah, the Grand Californian one, I don't think there's it's hard to beat that. You get spit out right into Grizzly Peak, right by like near Soarin' and stuff.
Yep.
But with Disneyland Hotel, The deal is you walk through downtown Disney and you can get to the entrance of either park.
That's right. Okay.
Or you can walk to the monorail, which is closer. It's like a couple-minute walk from, the gates of Disneyland Hotel. And you do security there. You check into the park there. So you do need a park ticket in order to take it. And you can take it to Tomorrowland in Disneyland Park, which we did. And that was awesome.
That's cool.
It's a much smaller monorail, just like everything else at Disneyland. Right? It's smaller. Yeah. It's a little older. It didn't run quite as frequently, quite as fast, but it was super convenient and super nice. And it's kind of like the International Gateway at Epcot. It's like this other entrance where not too many people are coming through, and so you just kind of can. It opens up your options in a different way than coming in the front. Trying to beat the crowds through the main security and park entrance and stuff like that. So that's a nice benefit for sure.
Yeah, that's clutch.
Yeah. So we get to Disneyland Hotel. Like I said, I'm in heaven. I'm here. I'm back at Disney. We obviously went and swam.
Nice.
What do kids want to do besides swim?
Exactly. Yep.
That's all Fred's thinking about. So I take her down to the pool. And there's kind of like two pools. One is like under a bridge, and the other is like a nice big pool. And then there's these monorail slides, these big water slides that are like themed to the monorails. Oh, cool. So there's like, those are cool, and that's its little own area. So, nice pool area and everything like that. And we ended up eating dinner, quick serve place at Disneyland Hotel. It's called Tangaroa Terrace. And we just got a quick serve meal there. I got this salad. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was so good. I just wanted like kind of something a little healthier, but it was so good. And whatever everyone else got, like we got some chicken and bok choy, like whatever thing. Everything was awesome at this Tangaroa Terrace. It was really good. And it's Polynesian, you get the Polynesian vibe. So it's Aileen has said this maybe on the podcast, or maybe she just said it to me. I don't know, but she says Disneyland Hotel is, if the Polynesian and the Contemporary had a baby, it would be the Disneyland Hotel. And I do agree with that. I see what she's saying. There is the kind of Polynesian like vibe to the Tangaroa Terrace. That's where like Trader Sam's is. There's that piece. But then there is the kind of clean, like, whatever kind of contemporary vibe. The monorail, whatever. So that is a good kind of way to put it. What I would say about it, Disneyland Hotel, which I loved, I would say it's my favorite Disney resort I've stayed at as an adult for sure. It's a deluxe resort. You can expect kind of deluxe, service, next level stuff. It was amazing. It's smaller than Disney World resorts. Like there's really that one pool area, and there's the one quick serve. There's the other there's a couple other. It's like the Goofy's Kitchen. There's other restaurants that you can reserve, Trader Sam's, but it's not these like, even the smaller deluxe resorts like a beach club will have kind of more to it. I mean, it might be the similar size to Beach Club. A Beach Club will have the bigger pool area, so Beach Club and Yacht Club are probably bigger. And then at those places you can use both, right? So it's there's not that like all-encompassing huge resort, right, feeling of Disney World, which there's good and bad to that, right? You could be walking tons of steps through certain resorts at Disney World, but you also may feel less of a bubble in a smaller resort. So whatever. It was. I have no complaints about Disneyland Hotel. I only say this just to note a difference as a Disney World guy. So
right. Yep.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
It was great. It was great. We loved it. So we're there. We get our meal and we hit the hay. We're in the Fantasy Tower. So there's Fantasyland Tower, there's an Adventureland Tower, there's a Frontierland Tower. Fantasy Tower was great because it was the closest to kind of get out and get to downtown Disney in the monorail.
Nice.
So we were happy with that. And Melanie and George and family were there as well. They were in Frontier, so they were a little farther, but they had a great spot as well. So we're ready for Disneyland Park to head into Disneyland Park for our second day. Okay. All right. You ready? You buckled in?
Let's go.
One ride I actually forgot from our first day, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
I forgot to say this. The Mark Twain riverboat.
Yeah.
Did you ever do this? It's like the Liberty.
It's like the Liberty Bell.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot it. We enjoyed it so much. This is gonna make a lot of people mad at me. I would put it neck and neck with the People Mover.
Wow.
Relaxing.
Really?
Relaxing. The narration of it takes you around that whole side of the park.
Yep.
But there's kind of more things to look at. Like there's, like there's a beaver that's like almost chewed up the like railroad track kind of thing. Like there's things like that, but there's a great narration going on. I think I enjoyed it just as much as the People Mover.
Incredible.
And that's what I kept thinking about when I was on it. I enjoyed it way more than the Liberty Bell, whatever thing that was at Ben, which I liked too, but it just wasn't much to it. This one was more. So shout out to the Mark Twain riverboat. Okay, so that's done. All right, so we head over to the monorail in the morning, and we are dropped off in Tomorrowland. And this day again, Sabine was like, "Go ahead, you two are ready. I'm just gonna join." She just didn't. She was just so like nervous about dragging us down. So she was like, "Just go." So Fran and I went a little bit early. Again, she was probably there 15 minutes after us, but we hit the Matterhorn first. Fran loved the Matterhorn. She's like, "We definitely want to do that again." And then we did the Finding Nemo submarine ride. Yeah. Did you ever do this?
No.
Okay.
But it used to be like the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submarines, right? And they upgraded to Nemo.
I think so. I know the Disney World version was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I don't know if the Disney one was, but yes. And now it's Nemo.
Yep.
I would say this ride probably gets more hate than just about any at Disneyland. And it's funny because Melanie and George, who have done it before, were like, "We can't wait to hear what you think about this ride." My expectations were in the basement, and there's no lightning lane. We probably waited 10, 15 minutes for it in the morning. I was like, ugh. I actually really liked it. I feel like I'm being so like I loved everything. I mean, I didn't love everything, but it wasn't my favorite ride. It wasn't the most comfortable to sit in, I will say, but it kind of takes you through like some scenes in Finding Nemo, and there's stuff to look at, and it was a relaxing little ride. I actually enjoyed it. I don't know. I would do it again. Like it was cool. So, and when I said that to Melanie and George, they were like, "Oh my God, like you're the only person in the world who likes this ride." So any Nemo people out there, Disneyland, shout out to you. Like you'll have to go out and see what you think. Because, I feel like it's my mission space. We like mission space. We like Nemo submarine. So, so that was good. And I won't get into the details of every ride that we've already done here, but I'll kind of note just some new things. So we then went to Space Mountain. This was again just me and Fran at this point. I think Sabine came in then and went on the Nemo ride, which she also liked. But we just did standby line for Space Mountain. It posted 30-minute wait. It was probably 20 in the end. But we took out, because we barely waited in any standby lines yet on this trip. Right. And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be a longer wait for us, lucky us. But we took out the Play Disney app.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say, I have underrated the Play Disney app. We've talked about it a little bit recently, but like, you do it more than me because you've done the bounty hunter stuff and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and there's like trivia games. There's like line games you can play in line to like, the one where you like put the character, you guess the character and things like that. And then there's like treasure hunt type of stuff in there too. Yeah, there's lots of cool things to do in there.
Totally. And I used it for the first time ever last trip to Disney World in August. And I just took it out and was like, is there anything to do for Space Mountain? There was this incredible game that you could play for Space Mountain where you like have to look for codes on the walls and punch in the codes, and you're building a spaceship and you're doing all these mini games, and Fran and I go back and forth, and Fran was like, I think I liked the game more than the ride. She was like, can we go wait in Space Mountain line again later to play the game again? I was like, it was so much fun for her, for us. And then I'm just kind of looking through, and at Disneyland Park, like many rides have some kind of game that you can play when you're in line. There's one for Jungle Cruise, one for a ton of rides. DCA, not so much. There was only like one or two. But for Disneyland Park, there was a ton. So we ended up doing it, and all of them were great. None came close to Space Mountain. If you need to wait in line at Space Mountain at Disneyland, don't worry. You will be entertained if you get that Play Disney app. Yeah, so that was awesome.
Nice.
So we rode Space Mountain. We loved that. By this time, after that, we'd met up with Sabine. We head over. We all did the Snow White Enchanted Wish ride, which I had done on my own, my night there. We did the Casey Jr. circus train.
Oh, yeah.
We just wanted to do everything. We did the little train. It was fine. It was good. You kind of go around that Storybook Land Canal. You see the scenes from that. Actually, it was nice, whatever, little train ride. We did It's a Small World again. And then we did the Disneyland Railroad, the train.
Yeah.
Did you do that when you were out there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What'd you think?
I love the train, no matter what. I love the Disney World Railway. You know, it's cool. It's a nice little break. It's a nice little ride around. Get to see some stuff from a different vantage point. I like it. I'm a train guy.
I'm the same. Sabine loves trains too. She was like, we got to do the train. So we enjoyed that. It's definitely slower than the Disney World train.
Yeah.
And it just takes sometimes a while. And it's a real steam train. There's one time we got on later in the day where they had to like stop to pour water in. Did that ever happen to you?
No, but they gotta reload.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, huh. So one thing that people love about the train is there's these dioramas of like dinosaurs and stuff, and also like the wildlife that's there now. Did you see those?
Yeah, that's cool.
Those were under refurbishment.
Oh.
We were there. What they did, I loved this, what they did. You couldn't see any of these dioramas. And for someone like me, I've never seen the dioramas, so I don't fully know what I'm missing, although I'm aware that they exist. They just put up like cardboard cutouts of like an eagle and like a badger. It's like, this is the Grand Canyon. Like the same announcements came up. Like this is the Grand Canyon. Like, now here's the prehistoric, like the land of the dinosaurs. And there's like a cardboard cutout of a stegosaurus on the wall. It was so funny. So they had a sense of humor about that. I don't know. I thought that was very funny. And hope next time, hopefully the dioramas are back. But it was very funny. So we took the train over from Toontown Fantasyland to New Orleans Square, and we got lunch at Tiana's Palace. It's a quick serve restaurant, and we got the beignets from next door at the Mickey beignets.
Oh.
So you can get regular beignets from Tiana's, which I actually meant to order and forgot to throw it in my mobile order. But like right next to it, like in the same building, there's this mint julep bar, and they have the Mickey beignets. So I'm actually kind of glad we got those because, you know, everything tastes better as a Mickey thing. And I love those. They're not too sweet, but there's a lot of, you know, powdered sugar on them. We did a number on those. Those were really good. So that was good. We had to go to Tiana's. We've been looking forward to that one. Just Fran's such a Tiana person. So and then we followed that up by going on Tiana's Bayou Adventure again. And as you may recall, on the first ride, I was in the front row, and I got 100% completely soaked.
Yep.
So this time, we actually brought on ponchos because it was like, you know, we're here all day. We don't want to be walking around wet. I would never condone this normally, right? At Disney World, like, you throwing a poncho on for Tiana's, like, what are you, a wimp? I was too nervous. Like, my phone, like, I couldn't charge it. There was water in my phone. Like, I just was totally unprepared. So this time we get on, and we are in the back 3 rows.
Okay.
And there's actually, the back row has more leg room, and Sabine was going to sit there, and the cast member was like to me, like, oh, you might want to sit back there. There's more leg room. I'm like, to Sabine, I'm like, he told me, like, I have to sit in the more comfortable seat. I'm sorry. It's not from him. So, so we go on again, and as you may recall, I got soaked not on the big drop, but on the one before.
Right.
So I noticed that the people in the first 2 rows, the same thing happened to them.
They got wet.
They got completely soaked. And so I figured, as you said the first time, it's because I was in front and I was throwing off the weight balance. And so I like nosedived it. No. And I'll just say we ended up going on Tiana's 4 times. Every time the person in the front 2 row, and especially the front row, got completely soaked. Wow. So that is just an aspect. So it's a tip for everyone out there, that you will get completely soaked, not on the last drop, but on the one before, if you are in the front row.
Wow. Incredible.
I don't know. I have to say, I didn't really like that. I don't know. It kind of took away from the experience a little bit. It made it seem a little more gimmicky to me. They're like, oh, this is just a ride where you get wet. And I don't know. It as much as I still loved it, it was like I didn't love it as much at Disneyland, I have to say. So that was my Tiana's experience. So then after that, we go over to Indiana Jones again. We love that.
Nice.
And then after that, we split up because Sabine was now really interested in doing all the like classics. Mm-hmm. So I think this is a good sign for me.
Yeah.
She's becoming like, a Disney. She's interested in this stuff. And she has never done the Haunted Mansion in her life. Wow. So she was like, I want to do the Haunted Mansion. And so we kind of say to Fran, like, no pressure. Do you want to do it? Like, Mama's going to go do it. She's like, no, I'm out. Fran was just out on it. She did not do it. So she went and did Haunted Mansion. We went over to the Tropical Hideaway right by the Tiki Room and got ourselves some Dole Whips. Nice. I got a Dole Whip float. First time I ever did that. Ooh. Pineapple Dole Whip in pineapple juice.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Have you done that before?
Yeah, it's a game changer.
I never did it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's good.
It was good. It was. You get the pineapple juice at the end. Oh, my God. Yep. I was in heaven. This was my Dole Whip trip. I didn't even mention we got to Disneyland Hotel. They have a special Pog Dole Whip.
Oh.
And it's not the regular Pog. So the P is pineapple instead of passion fruit. But it's pineapple, orange, guava, Dole Whip. Oh, my God.
Wow.
I thought I thought I went to another dimension when I had this thing. It was so good.
I think I mentioned, I haven't tried that one, but I think I mentioned on my recap, I did the strawberry Dole Whip. The
yes.
Strawberry Dole Whip was...
Oh, it was good. It was that good.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then we did the Jungle Cruise, which was a walk-on at that time. And this day, it's more normal crowds. Still lower than what like Magic Kingdom normally is, but it wasn't like our first day with the World Cup game and everything. So, but the Jungle Cruise was a walk-on. So we did that. It was good. Skipper wasn't as good this time, so it was all right. But he was still had some good ones. So we did that. We met back up. Sabine liked the Haunted Mansion. She thought it was cool. She's like, it's kind of like the Ariel ride. Which is so funny to because it kind of is.
Kind of is.
Right?
Yeah,
it's like the same shell. Vehicle.
Yeah,
I'm like, I've never heard someone say that, but I get what you mean. It's so funny to hear.
That's one way to look at it,
from someone who just doesn't have the nostalgia about it. So it was interesting. So, but she liked it. We did Pirates again. Loved it. And then we decided it was time to park hop. Like, we've already done our day in Disneyland Park. We've done everything we want to do. We've checked the list. We still haven't been over to Galaxy's Edge, even though I went on my night by myself. But I was basically, do you want to go check out Galaxy's Edge, or would you rather park hop and do this and that? They said, we want to go over DCA. We love DCA so much our first day there. So I grabbed the Lightning Lane from Mission Breakout. So we head right over there. And again, that's such a great ride. And then as we're coming out, we're going out of Adventures Campus, and a cast member comes up to us and is like, how's your day going? We're like, oh, great. And she's like, hey, who's your favorite superhero? To Fran. And she's like, thinking, like, spit something out, Fran. And so then the lady goes to us, like, who's yours? And to me, I think said, like, Black Panther. And I think I said the Hulk. And finally, Fran was like, Spider-Man. Okay. Yep. So she gives Sabine a Black Panther sticker. She gives me a Hulk sticker. And she's like, I don't have any Spider-Man stickers, but I do have this. And from behind her back, she takes out a Spider-Man, like, bubble shooter. Oh, she's like, here, you have it. I'm like, oh, so it was a little pixie dusting thing. Dust. Yeah, it was amazing. So awesome. So that was a really cool little thing. So she got her bubbles, and that was cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. Nothing really like that's happened to us. So that was really nice.
Yeah. Oh, that just made me think of, so I completely forgot this on my trip recap. We did have a pixie dust, but it was not a cast member pixie dust. It was another guest.
Oh my God.
And the bubble machine just made me think of it. I can't believe I didn't talk about this. So at Beach Club, we were at the day, I think it was the day we were checking in. We were like, we had all our stuff in the lobby, and a woman came up to us with kids, and she said, we're checking out. Does your daughter want this mini bubble?
Oh my God.
Like a mini bubble wand. So they pixie dusted us with the bubble wand because they didn't have room for it in their baggage or something, whatever. They were just like, oh, let's give it to this other little girl who was just sitting in the stroller and in her Disney stuff and looking cute. So we ended up returning that favor at the end of our stay as well. So we handed it off to another family on our checkout day.
That's
so
amazing.
I just forgot about that. And you calling out the bubble one room, I just wanted to throw that little tidbit in there. But pixie dust does not have to come from a cast member necessarily. The small things like that make a big impression.
Oh, totally. That's amazing. Oh, it's so nice that you pass it along too. That's great. Yeah.
It was such a nice thing. Like when we got it, we were like, we got to give that to somebody else, right? Like we can't take this home. Like, yeah, we could have taken it home, but it was like, my daughter is 2, not even 2. She's not going to remember the mini bubble one that she had for a couple days. Right. And we might as well, find a family with some little girls on the way out and hand it off. That's and they were like blown away. We were like, somebody did this for us, so we're just going to pass it on to you. It's this little pay it forward moment, which was cool.
That thing's still probably rattling around Disney World.
I hope
people,
so.
Yeah,
I hope we started a trend. We carried on a trend. Hopefully, it's still going. Maybe
we'll get it back someday. Maybe I'll get it. Yeah, that's so cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would say we got an ice cream once, but that was maybe one of the first times I felt like, we really got pixie dust. So that was really cool.
That's cool.
Another thing that I wanted to do on this trip is try a lot of drinks and snacks, like special stuff. I didn't want to eat a lot at my meals, so I usually had like small meals and a lot of snacks throughout the day and specialty drinks. So we went to Cars Land. I probably missed a million snacks that I had, but I got this strawberry Paloma in Cars Land at the Cozy Cone thing. That was amazing. It was an alcoholic drink. I probably had like one every other day, probably 2 or 3 during my time there. I'm not a big like drinking in the parks. I enjoy it here and there, but that was a really awesome. That's up my alley. Paloma with the grapefruit and tequila. Oh yeah. Yep. It was really good. Yeah. So that was good. We chilled there for a little bit. We went back on like my favorite ride, Luigi's Rollickin' Roasters. Yeah. I don't know why that ride is just like my favorite. Awesome. We did Radiator Springs Racers again, and then we headed down to Incredicoaster. Got front row again. Oh man, just luck. We didn't ask for it. Wow. Just luck. Went up to Little Mermaid, did that again. Did Grizzly River Run again. Again, that's like the Kali River Rapids. And now it's getting to be nighttime. And Sabine, again, she's like, I want to do the classic Disney stuff. And she's never seen Fantasmic at Disney World or Disneyland. Never seen it. She's like, Fantasmic is tonight. Let's go over there. So we grabbed a quick dinner at this Smoke Jumpers, which is just a quick service place near Soarin', towards the front of the park. And we run over to Fantasmic. So we got there kind of right in time. And the nice thing about Disneyland, I think maybe more than Disney World, is that there are opportunities to cross the street during parades. I mean, they might do this at Disney World a little bit, but it's like between floats, they'll like hold people. Like you need to kind of know where to go. So if you go like towards like the Walt and Mickey statue in the middle of the hub in Disneyland, they'll hold you there and actually let you go, and they'll like get you ready. They're like, you got to run like as soon as we tell you, and then they let you go. So we actually were on the wrong side because they direct you to the right, but you have to get over to the left. And I was like, we're screwed. Like we're not gonna make it because we can't cross, but you can. So anyway, this is the little thing. Good. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, you can't really do that at Disney World too much.
No,
right?
Not really. But they have it sort of set up so. Like, you can either go behind or in front of the parade. The parade moves quick enough, so they'll block the street. You can't really get across at a certain point.
You can go
like
around.
You could weave around and get to the other side. I think the setup of where the parade route is at Disneyland is a little bit different, but the way that it comes in from the side and goes down, around and down, there's ways to get in and out behind or in front of the parade at Disney World. Yeah, but usually, you're kind of just like, you're at the mercy of the crowd anyways, right? There's people are stacked a couple rows deep.
That's it. No, right. If you're right, which happened to us at the Halloween party, if you're right at like Tiana's and you're stuck, then you're stuck. But you could theoretically go all the way around to whatever. But yeah. No, but that is true. You actually, there's no way to go around because the parade comes down from It's a Small World, which kind of cuts the park in half. So actually, that's a great point. That must be why they do it that way. So anyway, so we were able to get across, so that was great. We did watch Fantasmic. I haven't seen Fantasmic in a while, and this first time seeing the Disneyland one. And so we're standing, over on Rivers of America, it was my favorite show that I saw at Disneyland. Disneyland doesn't have as many shows, and Paint the Night Parade was great. World of Color was great. Nothing compares to Fantasmic. And I'll say the Disney World version is better, but the Fantasmic there, it's so much fun. I don't know, it's such a good show.
And from what I recall, they have that whole seating area like around the river area, like near New Orleans Square. Is that where you guys ended up being?
So we were just standing in New Orleans Square.
Yeah.
So there's a restaurant, River Belle Terrace, where you can get it's very hard to get actually, but you can get a special dining package where you get a seat for Fantasmic and you can sit there. We were actually kind of right in front of that standing. You can also get a dining package at other places that gives you a voucher for an area where you're allowed to sit. And George Melly and I talked about this on the episode where they were on, where people kind of end up standing anyway in that, and it's not but it's just kind of a good spot. So, but most people are standing. It's just those few who have that River Belle Terrace package can sit, and they get an excellent view and seat. So that's actually a great little add-on. If you're interested in that, just get in touch with me. But but we are standing. Think of it just like Luminous or Happily Ever After, a show like that where you just you stand, and they don't have the dragon. The dragon like caught on fire and stuff. I don't know if you were aware of this when it happened within the last year or two. So they don't have the dragon, and it's definitely like not as involved as the Disney World show, but it's very similar. It's awesome. So we all really enjoyed Fantasmic. And then right after Fantasmic was the fireworks. There were fireworks that night as well. Nice. But I timed it perfectly. Again, this is adding to my Lightning Lane legend status. I had a Lightning Lane for Thunder Mountain, which gets a perfect view of those fireworks.
That's
I'm like,
amazing.
we're going to be riding the ride during the fireworks. Lo and behold, it was tight. It was close. The Lightning Lane kind of took maybe 10 minutes, but we did it. And we were watching those fireworks from Thunder Mountain. Top tier experience.
Wow.
Top tier.
That's tough to pull off because you don't know what the queue is going to be like. Even in a Lightning Lane, you could be waiting. Wow. Steve, I mean, this is, like you said, this is adding to the legend status.
And we all
next level.
I thought we were just going to miss it. It was close enough that by the time we were done with the ride, the fireworks had just finished. So we just made it. We just made it.
Yeah.
So I'll take the credit. So
that is cool. So listeners, if you also want the exact timeline of what you got to do, call Steve at Just That Magic Travel. Right. He'll tell you. He's only going to tell you if you book your trip with him.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, it's a secret. So we, it's getting late at this point, but we have a lot of energy. We had, we're in good shape, and we didn't push it too hard this day. We were just kind of enjoying ourselves. So we end up going over to, I was like, Fran, what do you want to do? She wants to do Tiana's. It's her favorite. Sabine doesn't want to do it. She's like, I'm not getting wet. So we took the ponchos and stuff, and Fran and I went over. No line. We got right on. Loved it. It's great at night too. What a great ride at night. And that'd be a good fireworks one too, probably. And so we got off, and I was like, Fran, we got time for one more. You want to do one more? And Sabine was like, I actually want to stay and watch the next Fantasmic. Like, there's 2 that night. She's I'm watching the next one. She loved it. So we're like, great. So Fran and I got right back in line, got right back on Tiana's again. So that was awesome. And again, we were in back rows this time, didn't get wet. The people in the front rows got wet. So that is what it is. So we did that. We come off the ride. Fantasmic is happening. And there's a part in Fantasmic where a pirate ship comes by with Peter Pan and Captain Hook and the pirates. Mm-hmm. So that part had happened, and we're coming back. And we see the pirate ship, and it had like just gone by, but it's like in the dark off to the side. But you see Peter Pan like standing up and like hanging off the ship. And I'm just looking over. I'm like, oh, that's Peter Pan. And Fran goes, hey, Peter. he kind of doesn't move. And then I think it took, this guy's name is probably, Todd. And so Todd's standing up there because he's like, I'm off, right? I'm not in the show anymore. She's like, hey, Peter. And then he finally turns around, and he sees people are kind of looking at him, and he goes, "Oh, hey everybody!" He becomes Peter. It took him like 10 whole seconds to be like, am I supposed to like? So,
should I pretend like they can't see me?
And it was funny because it was Fran that said it, like, "Hey Peter," and like 10 people just stopped in their tracks and looked at him.
So, I was like, "Wait, I'm not invisible." Right
yeah,
now.
exactly.
I'm in the dark.
He's like, "People can see me." I was like, "Oh, right here. Okay, here we go." So that was funny. So we make our way back, meet up with Sabine to watch the rest of Fantasmic. Picked up a churro on our way out of the park, hit the monorail, and got back to the hotel. So we had quite a day. At both parks. Hopped twice, and hit the monorail. 20,607 steps. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Nice easy day.
Nice easy. Yes, solid. That's Tuesday for me. So. All right, we're getting towards the end here. Next day was a rest day. We end up going to the pool most of the day. We hung out in downtown Disney a lot with George and Melanie and Salem and Scarlett. Looked in the Star Wars store for a while, went around, got some treats, whatever. We had a great time. And we ended up eating, actually, we ate dinner at Trader Sam's.
Oh, nice.
Because we're here all day. Let's just join the walk-up wait list. And I was really excited for this, and we had a great time there. But here's a tip for everybody. There is outdoor seating at the Trader Sam's at Disneyland.
Ooh.
Which kind of, I hate to say, because we had a great time. I was happy to be with Melanie and George and their family, and it was a good time because we'd kind of done our own thing for the last couple of park days. So it was good to have that time to reconnect with them and have that day with them. But like it somewhat defeated the purpose of going to Trader Sam's, even though we had a great time. We had a really good meal. I had a cool drink. I don't remember what it was. I should have wrote it down, but it was a good drink. But we didn't get the whole experience at Trader Sam's, so we'll have to do that next time. And if you go for breakfast, which it's now open for, there is no outdoor seating. So that's a tip for anyone who wants to ensure. And I'm sure if you ask, like if you're flexible and you want to wait for an indoor seat, I'm assuming you can. We had the kids with us. We were like, let's just, we didn't argue it. We were fine with that. It was okay. But for anyone out, I didn't know that. I kind of wouldn't have assumed that. So anyway, rest days, they have their place. I could have been in a park that day for sure and had a ball doing all this stuff all over again. But, at a place like the Disneyland Hotel, you got downtown Disney there. You're in that atmosphere and those pools, the slides. Like it's a nice day. So we had a great day. Yeah. So that's that. We're into our last park day. We're coming into the home stretch here. Oh, man,
I feel like you've accomplished so much. Like this is like a whirlwind of a trip, and it's only been this is the fourth park day, right?
This is it.
Amazing.
And like I said, on my first DCA day, we did every single ride in that park. We did Turtle Talk. We did PhilharMagic. We did World of Color. Mm-hmm. Like we did Redwood Creek Challenge Trail for like an hour and a half. Like we didn't really leave much on the table for DCA.
Yeah.
So we had a list of a few things that we kind of wanted to do for our last day. In DCA, the one thing was you can do a little bakery tour of the sourdough place. It's like a self-guided tour. You get a little sample of the sourdough. And we were like, we got to hit that because that was like the highlight of the day for us at DCA. So that was one thing. But there were a few things at Disneyland Park as well we wanted to do. So we knew we would go back and forth this day. So by this time, we are very much accustomed to the time zone difference. Mm-hmm. We're back to lollygagging mode. No offense to my family, but they're sleeping in. And I am up at my normal. I was probably up at like 7, which is late for me. But I'm up, I'm showered, got my clothes on. I'm like, all right, here I go waiting. And Sabine gets up and just sees me. She wakes up and sees me. And she's like, go rope drop. Like, don't wait. We're going to take forever here. Just go. Just go. I'm not going to go. I can leave you guys. She's like, what are you going to do? I was like, all right, you convinced me. I'm going to go.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't have to twist my arm too much. So I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. So there I was on my own.
Amazing.
The world is my oyster, or the land, I should say, is my oyster.
Land.
And So there were a few things that I knew I wanted to do that they wouldn't want to do. One was Haunted Mansion. I did want to do it. And then another was Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the Hall of Presidents show.
Yep.
They rotate that in the afternoons as this Walt Disney Magical Life show, which I'll spoil a little bit. So I didn't get to see that. That was one of my bigger regrets. I knew I wasn't going to get them because by the afternoon they were with me. I wasn't going to even ask them to do that unless they really needed a break, and it just kind of worked out. But it didn't, which is fine. We'll be back. So there was that. And then the thing I did want to check out that I decided was going to be my rope drop. And that was Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin, which we talked about a little bit. I didn't watch the movie, but I was like, it's right there. It's here. Like, they're not going to want to do it. I am interested enough to check it out. And it does get a line, during the day. Let me rope drop that. No one's going to be there at rope drop. So I'm at the rope drop, and I see on the app as soon as I'm getting over there, it's down. Roger Rabbit ride is down. So I rope dropped this stupid ride for no reason. But what I noticed was that I could get a lightning lane for it with the return time was like now.
Ooh.
So again, I hate to just keep tooting my own horn here, but lightning lane legend status. I grabbed the lightning lane. As soon as the return time hits, like 2 minutes later, what do I get? An experience credit.
There you go.
And that's a good one. Like this Roger Rabbit ride, I could ride a ton of other rides with this experience credit. So I hit that. I had the experience credit in my back pocket. So I'm over in Toontown. What else am I doing? I go ride Mickey and Minnie. So that was cool. It's a great ride. I just enjoy it. So that was cool. And I decide I'm going to head over toward Haunted Mansion. So I do grab a lightning lane for it just in case. And on my way, I'm passing this legendary spot, this legendary breakfast, the Breakfast Chimichanga. I'm blanking on the name of the little stand that has it. It's a very kind of nondescript name, but it has these breakfast chimichangas, and it's like when they run out, they run out. You got to get it, in the morning. So I'm passing it. It's right in the Frontierland area. So I get my breakfast chimichanga, and you can add this green salsa for $1.39. So I do that. The breakfast chimichanga was great. I'd probably put it as the best thing I had on the trip. I mean, how could it be bad? How could it be bad? It's deep fried like breakfast burrito. It was so good. The salsa was great, but I was like slightly offended by having to pay $1.39 like plus tax for this stupid salsa. I was like, bring in a little bottle of like Frank's hot sauce with you, and it'll do like 80% of the work that this salsa did. Like, it was good, but come on. So, but that chimichanga, let me tell you something. It's worth the early morning to Frontierland to get this thing. Yeah, it was amazing.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was. So I wolfed that down, and what's right there but Big Thunder Mountain. So I'm like, you know what? I have my experience credit I just got from Roger Rabbit. It's just me, so it's not like I'm going to back pocket this for later when I'm with everyone else and go off and do something on my own. So I'm like, I haven't been on Thunder Mountain. I went on it already a couple of times, but it's like, I miss this in Disney World so much. I love this ride. So I hit that after my chimichanga. So that was good. I hit Haunted Mansion. I really enjoyed Haunted Mansion. I don't know. It has been a few years since I've been on it just because Fran doesn't do it. It's a great ride. I think it's fairly similar to Disney World. I don't know.
Two big differences.
Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
So the Hatbox Ghost, but he's in Disney World now, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
The exterior, totally different exterior building.
Yes, true.
And do you know the difference with the stretching room?
Oh, it's like one of them the ceiling goes up and one the floor goes down.
Disneyland, it actually is an elevator that goes down.
It goes down. Okay.
It goes down. So do you know why it goes down?
No.
You have to get underneath the railroad.
Oh, that makes sense.
To get to the ride building. So they built it as an elevator to go underneath. So the hallway goes underneath the railway, and then you get into the ride building.
Wow.
So,
okay.
And Disney World doesn't have that. So what they did in Disney World is they made the ceiling go up. Wow. So that's a big difference there.
That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, I couldn't tell because I knew there was something with that. So, but no, that was great. But I couldn't tell if I was going up or down. I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it goes slow enough you don't like feel it, but
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the Haunted Mansion. It's not, it's not one of my absolute favorites, but I do really like it. So
it's a nostalgia thing.
It
right?
is.
Like it's
and it is well done. It's just it's kind of a perfectly nailed ride for what it is. So shout out to Haunted Mansion. It's great. Yep. We don't give it enough love, as we've been told, as I've been told on this podcast. So I did want to give it some love there.
And meanwhile, you've got the "Welcome, Foolish Mortals" sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind you for the last year.
My sister, shout out to Mary Kate. It's like her favorite. She gave me that. Yeah. And so so I mean, it's a cool sign.
It is a cool sign. I like it.
That's more what it is. I need a Yoho sign or something. So
yeah.
But yeah. So that was Haunted Mansion. So went over to right by the hub, the Bell little quick serve stand place. Man, I'm like, I thought I would just remember all these things off the top of my head. I forget that I'm like old and can't remember anything. Mm-hmm. But I got a tiramisu cold brew.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah. And then I see Roger Rabbit came back up. So I'm still, Sabine and Fran Fran apparently slept till like 9:30 this morning, which she never does. So, so they were not with me yet. So I hit up Roger Rabbit. It was good. I mean, if I had seen the movie, I'm sure I'd enjoy it even more. It was a fun little ride, though. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I did it, and just to see what it's about. Now I kind of want to watch the movie and see what the story is, but it was cool. So made my little special trip back up to Toontown just for that. And then I know Sabine and Fran, when they come in, they actually are going to start in DCA. So I kind of started heading over there. But what's on the way out of the park? But great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Nice. I was like, I think I got time here. So I went in, and so you know how the pre-area. Have you done Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln?
Long ago, I think I did. Okay. Yeah. I remember, but not. It wasn't on one of my recent trips.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, it's obviously an old show. It was part of the 1964 World's Fair. Lincoln is the first human animatronic ever. Yeah. So that's cool. So in the pre-show the pre-area to Hall of Presidents at Disney World, there's all the presidential memorabilia and stuff like that, which is cool. At Disneyland, at least now, there's all this Disneyland memorabilia. They have like a original It's a Small World doll and a few things like that, like original pirate animatronics. Oh, cool. And they have all these photos and sketches and stuff from the Disneyland. They have like little movies going about Disneyland, like the making of it, and about Walt and everything. That was actually really cool to walk around there. And I had a little time, probably 10 minutes or so before the next show. So I actually really enjoyed just looking through a lot of that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So then I get into the show, and it is the Hall of Presidents. Yeah. The before you get to the president part of Hall of Presidents, I think the show is very. I mean, it's more about Lincoln. But I don't know the last time you went to Hall of Presidents. There's the Civil War song, "One War Blue, One War." That song is in there.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then you have the Lincoln part where he makes a little speech. The speech is pretty cool. I don't know. It was. I'm a history guy. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was actually pretty well done. And the end of the show is the song. I mentioned this on an episode recently. The song from the American Adventure Show, The Golden Dream. Yeah. And so it's funny, just you could see where those things kind of came from, and how they're used in different places. So I don't know. I'm such a nerd, and I like everything Disney and history and whatever. So I actually really did enjoy the show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one if I were to go now, I think I would make a point to go check it out. We didn't do Hall of Presidents this trip, but I did it a couple times when we were pass holders, just to get out of the heat, right? Yeah. And go cool off. And I thought it was good. But yeah, this one, it's like Disneyland only, and it's one of the originals. It's something you gotta check out.
I liked it, so I did that. And as the show's ending, I get a call from Sabine like, "Hey, we're here. Where are you at?" They're in DCA. I'm like, "Great. I'll be over in 2 minutes." They were over in Avengers Campus, hanging out and looking in the stores. They had seen stuff they wanted in the stores. And so I grabbed a Lightning Lane for Mission Breakout. There was a return time that worked out for everybody, so for us there. So we do Mission Breakout for the third time. So that was great. And this was just like, we want to do our favorites again. You know, we want to play the hits, and we'll be going back and forth between the parks. So we hit the Golden Zephyr, one of these like kind of Dumbo-ish rides in Pixar Pier. That was cool. Sabine really enjoyed that one. We did Incredicoaster, loved it, fourth time. Did the aerial ride again. Went to San Francisco for lunch. I got these tacos that were awesome. They were really good. These beef, beery tacos that were amazing, really good.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I also got a non-alcoholic like grapefruit beer. So they had this beer thing, and I just wanted that, and it looked good, and they were, so it's not alcoholic. I'm like, I don't care, that's fine. It was good. It was this grapefruit non-alcoholic beer, so that was cool over in San Francisco. So that was cool.
Nice.
We did that. Everyone was jealous when I got my adorable snowman non-dairy soft serve. So we went back there, and you can get a flight of they got 3 flavors: raspberry, mango, and lemon. And so we got 2 flights, and we kind of all shared it. This is a tip for everyone for adorable snowman. There's a clear winner of the soft serves.
Ooh.
The lemon, you have to go with the lemon. The other 2 are lacking. I hate to be so blunt about it. Don't even swirl them. Just go straight up lemon. It's the only one that has flavor. It's so good. The lemon is so good. The others are pretty mediocre. I hate to, so that's it. Anyone disagrees with that, you sound off in the comments, but it's true. That's the case. So then we went up to Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Fran wanted to do the rock climbing again.
Oh, yeah.
So she loved that. We spent another probably 45 minutes in there. The Grizzly River Run again. At this point, we're shopping. Fran lost her magic band. Don't know where it is. We reported it lost, and she was actually very sad about that. I felt really bad. But they don't sell magic bands in Disneyland. You cannot buy them. I have a lot to say about this. It might probably be the next episode where we talk about kind of my big takeaways. Magic bands are out at Disneyland. Wow. You can use them, but people don't use them, and you literally cannot buy them. I don't think anywhere within Disneyland. So do people
do the phones, or do they do the cards? Like, what do people use?
They do the phones.
Okay.
Most people do phones, but they don't have Magic Mobile either.
Really?
So for like lightning lanes and stuff, you can pull up like a barcode. So it works a little differently from Disney in that way. And there's a slot to put in your phone and scan the barcodes. So that's what most people do. And most people did not have magic bands. You can't use magic bands to do charges. You can't do magic bands to get into the on-site hotel rooms. So it's just to get in the park and lightning lanes, and and it does all the effects, lights up and stuff. And there's certain little statues. If you wave at them, it'll say something. It's sort of similar to Disney. It's probably 5 of them around the parks that we saw.
Yep.
Not the same thing, but similar. So anyway, to put a button on that story, I reported it lost, and then like the day after we came home, they said they found it and they're shipping it back to us. So I'll let you know once we get it back. So that was very nice of them. And I think they ship it for free. I mean, it doesn't look like they're charging anything. So
that's cool.
I'll keep you updated on that. But
I wonder why they're not like going in on the magic bands. That's interesting. Maybe they've got something else coming down the pipe and phasing it out.
Maybe that's it. I mean, I wish they did.
Yeah.
I'll just say, like, especially at the lightning lanes.
Yeah.
Like, it takes, I don't know, 1/10 of the time to scan your magic band than to have the people fumbling with, and we have 15 people, so we're just going to stand.
Oh, let me
It takes forever.
Let me get, is the barcode here, or is it there? Where do I need to go up, down? Exactly. Where is it?
And it's one person swiping all of them. So it's like, okay, our whole party's here. We got 5 of them. And it's like, they're there for, it's like takes 10 seconds per thing. Because obviously it's like everyone's first day on Earth at Disney, as you know.
Yeah,
so everyone's just like in La La Land, not understanding how anything works. So it's like the magic band would solve this like in a minute. And like, I wouldn't need I don't tend to charge stuff at Disney to my magic band anyway. I don't know. I could, but it's like you don't need your wallet if you have it. You don't.
Yeah.
You need a lot of things if you have that, and you're not taking your phone out every time you have a lightning lane. You know what I mean? Yep. I think it's a good thing. I don't know. So Fran was very sad about that, but it was fine. We got through it. She was a trooper as always.
Yeah.
So we go over to PhilharMagic again. We like that, and then Sabine wanted to see this show next to the castle that was. It seemed similar to like an Enchanted Tales with Belle. So I was interested in it. It's like where Belle comes and they tell the story of Belle. Fran, for some reason, was very like, I don't want to do it. I was like, really? You don't? And so she was out on that. But Sabine was like, I want to do it. So she went. She said it was great. It was a little like, she was like, all the jokes went over the kids' heads. It was like for adults. So whatever. So, but she said she really enjoyed it. While she was doing that, we went and did Tiana's and we got another Dole Whip. And I got the peach in the pineapple juice with the float. Even better than the pineapple with pineapple. It was so good. So then after that, we all met back up. We went back onto Indiana Jones. I think overall, like the group's favorite ride. I think we all just kind of agreed we loved that one.
Yeah.
And then it's getting to be kind of evening, or it is evening by this time. And we really haven't been to Galaxy's Edge. It just means like, is there anything we haven't done? I'm like, the one thing I wanted to do this trip that we haven't done, it's not a huge deal. I do want to go to Galaxy's Edge and do Rise and Smuggler's Run with everybody and see the characters and stuff. She's like, oh my God. Yeah, let's do it. They were like, all of a sudden they were like, because the trip's ending, like, yeah, let's do it. So we do. We go up there and of course, Rise is down. Rise was down the whole trip. Rise is always down.
Yeah.
It's no different.
It's so complex. Like
it is.
Any little thing, I feel like throws it off. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. Rise was down, but I was like, maybe it'll come up. Whatever. So we go do Smuggler's Run, and we got a lightning lane. We got in very quickly. We got paired. It was the three of us with two other people, like young adults, whatever, who were with each other. And I was like, they're going to take the pilot seats, and whatever. And they didn't say a word to us. And when we got up there, they just took the two gunner seats. Because I was going to make a plug to them and be like, can we let the 7-year-old like be a pilot? Whatever. But they read the situation. They were like, let's let the kid be. Yeah. And so I was like, does one of you want to be a pilot? They're like, we don't care. I was like, Sabine, do you want to be a pilot? She's like, no. So I got to be pilot again. Nice. Second time. So I was up down pilot this time. And I was like, all right, Fran, listen, you have to lock in. Like you can't, really you have here. To like no La La Land stuff here. Like you have a big job. And if you crash, we crash. Like she was like, okay. And let me tell you something. I've never seen her focus like that. She was dialed in. She did a great job. Oh, that's awesome. We did better on that one than I did on the first time when I had a real adult, in the other seat. She did amazing. So we had we liked it. We had a great time. She loved being a pilot. So that ride went up our list for sure. I think, as I said, I think the Mandalorian thing improves that a lot as well. So we liked Smugglers. We come back out and Rise is still down. And this is going to be the one of all the things we did 45 times. Yep. We did not do Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it happens though. It happens. I didn't get on Tron and mine. Right. Like there's just things the universe just wasn't having it for you. That's it. On this trip. Yeah.
And it's funny because like going in, I was like it's our first time. We want to do everything. It's exactly the same as Disney World.
Yeah.
Like. If that's one that we don't do, that's fine.
Right.
So I wasn't prioritizing it the whole trip. But by the end, it's like, we did everything 45 times that we wanted to do. We could have easily done it, and we just didn't. So that's okay. So we come down. By this time, we're tired, but it's like it's our last night. We want to keep going. We were planning to go to Tomorrowland by the end to take the monorail back. Mm-hmm. So we come down and have a quick serve dinner at the Red Rose Tavern where I'd had my Crunchwrap Supreme breakfast. They had like a Crunchwrap Supreme chicken sandwich I got. That was really good too. So I got that. And we head over to Tomorrowland. We have a lightning lane for Space Mountain. And we come across this dance party that's happening. So, the Cool Kids Summer thing?
Yeah.
In Disney World, there's this Kids Rule Summer in Disneyland that honestly is more of a marketing thing than anything. I don't.
Yeah.
They're not doing much. This is one of the few things that I could kind of identify like they're doing. So it's this dance party. It's all these. Wasn't Stitch actually. It was called like Stitch's Intergalactic Dance Party, whatever. But it was like Chip and Dale were dancing and Clarabelle Cow and stuff. And Fran was into that. We stayed there for probably 25 minutes or whatever, just dancing and having a good time in Tomorrowland. So we enjoyed that. It was just kind of a happenstance, but we liked that.
Nice.
Hit Space Mountain, hit Autopia, the Tomorrowland Speedway of there, which we liked, which we hadn't done, so we hit it. Hit Buzz Lightyear again, and our last ride of the trip. What better way to close out the rides than Star Tours? It's Star Tours one last time.
Incredible.
I think we got Ray this time as our transmission.
Nice.
And we loved it. So we head back to the monorail. We're in downtown Disney. Fran got an ice cream, and I end up getting churros from this CH California Churros, I guess. A little treat to end our nights at Disneyland. And the churros in the park, this is my hot take, are way better than the one than those California churros at downtown Disney. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
They do the churros differently at Disneyland. There's something.
They're so light.
Yeah, I know.
I
don't know what it is.
They're good. They're really good. Yeah. So, but they're still good. Don't get me wrong, but not as good as the park ones. So, we walked back to our hotel from downtown Disney, and this is an undercount because I didn't have my phone with me at certain times, but I had 31,271 steps.
Nice.
And then the next day we get up. We had a later afternoon flight, so we get up. We hung out with Melanie and George and Salem and Scarlett at the hotel for a while, and just chilled and reflected and talked Disney, and we had a nice time. And we left and we're home.
Debrief.
That's it. This
has been a whirlwind of I mean, really only 4 park days, but it feels like you crushed it and got on everything. Multiples, which is amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty efficient.
Let me tell you, we were zooming around lightning lanes. We had lightning lane for 90% of the rides we went on. We were banging those out. I think the only rides and stuff that we sort of wanted to do that I left on the table, as I said, Rise. We didn't do Peter Pan's Flight. And even at the ends of the night, it just was a long-ish line.
Yeah.
And none of us care about it.
Yeah.
And it is, as far as I know, the same. So
it's long enough where you're like, I'll get it next time.
I'd rather go on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, right?
Yeah.
Or any of those other ones.
Yeah.
If I'm over there, or Dumbo or something. I like it, but I'm like, I'm not going to wait 35 minutes for this right now when there's 50 other things I could be doing.
Sure.
So those were a couple that we left on the table, but otherwise, we really did everything we wanted to do and then some. So
amazing.
And so I think we'll probably end this episode here, but we're going to need another episode for all my takeaways.
Yeah.
And hot takes, maybe. And I'll bring you in on this, Mike. I have a list of all the rides that.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
We need to rank. We need to re-rank. We need to talk parks and what you think and recap. Yeah. Yes. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you came up with.
And I'm going to bring you in on. I have all the rides that have a similar ride at Disney World or a similar experience.
Yep.
And I have picked, I think in every case, maybe not every single one, but I've picked a winner in my opinion. And I'll send it to you. I won't send you what I said. I want you to go through, and for the ones you've done, you've done, and there's a couple I haven't, like Rise, but for the ones you've done, pick your winner.
Okay.
And we'll see how much we agree, but we'll do that. Okay. We'll do my top 10. We'll do some other takeaways on the next episode.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. I can't wait. It's amazing. This has been a whirlwind of a trip so far, and we've still got more to talk about. I'm excited.
We do. No, it was. I will say it was an Anaheim dream come true. It was.
And listeners, don't stop Anaheim Dream, because we're going to be back with another episode talking Disney next week on the Magic Kings podcast.